Hi everyone, thank you for joining. I'm Bert Levesque, Principal Director at BD Solutions Pro. Let me introduce today a very exciting product that is now available for all project sizes. At BD Solutions Pro, or simply BDS, the directors have managed mega projects around the world. Fluxo, on the other hand, is one of the top IT BPM platform in business automation. We joined forces to create the Fluxo Elite Plan. This is a game changer to deliver projects. Let's take a look. So this is a list of 20 processes that we have automated in Fluxo. Let me tell you why this automation of work processes is a real game changer in our industry. In here, you see a chain, and each link is a person. What we do with our product is linking people's interactions. Keep this in mind during this short presentation, as this is what is different about our product. Work processes are all about people interactions. On any project, you have these functional departments: engineering, procurement, project controls, admin, QA, logistics, construction management, and many others. The interactions between people in the office or at site can be counted by the thousand on a single project. This is the human side of the project, and this goes uncontrolled, unmonitored. It's all about people doing transactions all the time. Your managers and supervisors are working hard to try and control this traffic, and as in any other company, but this is always far from perfect. The level of disorder in these interactions will show up at site, and this is where the problems will be amplified. Construction sites, as you know, are notorious to make any organization look bad. You cannot hide the work from the office. This is ultimately on site where you see the impacts on cost and schedule. And at that time, it's too late to make your project shine. You can only try to recover, and from that point, you are on the back foot. So let's see how we deal with these project interactions. Let's take an example of a key work process like a request for quotation. You see on this slide the interactions between people from different groups to get this process going from start to end. There are many people and departments involved. I don't need to go through the details, but any work process is just the same. There's a sequence of actions, of steps, or in parallel paths where lots of people contribute to the process from start to end. So in this request for quotation example, we see the same people interactions from the previous slide. Each person and department is a link in the chain. But anywhere along the chain, there will be weak links in terms of delays, not following the right sequence of work. There are people on leave and the chain is broken. People are not understanding the project priorities. The requisition is sitting under a pile of documents, and so on. Does this ring a bell? Really, what we want to achieve is to remove those weak links, that each link is accounted for, that there is automatic sequencing of the task, that there are alarms on delays, and that there is a dashboard for management to oversee the operations. So, how do we achieve this? Here it is. Your corporate systems are sitting at the top. They provide the planning of project activities. The controls are set normally for start and end of activities, like you see on the chart here. They are not designed to handle tasks within the activities. This would be far too complex on a project schedule. And this is where our experience shows that the chain is breaking too many times. There are many failure points. Once activities are reported late on the end date, You cannot return back in time. You try to understand as project manager where the problem is in order to try and fix it. This is a reactive approach, and when this situation is multiplied by hundreds or thousands of project activities, we are not in control. So here is what we do to prevent these situations. We control and monitor the steps within the activities from start to finish. And this is what happens for the 20 key processes we have automated for you. Flugzoo starts whenever a process is initiated by a user and takes care of the process from that start date until the end of the process. So you can have hourly, daily, weekly exception reports emailed to your management in real time. You can be proactive instead of reactive, and this is where we have seen that this is a game changer when automated processes are implemented on projects. So I will show you two examples here. Coming back to the request for quotation we saw earlier, we designed that process in Flugzoo, and this is what it looks like. It's a workflow. We took the chain and transferred it into a sequence of steps, which we call a workflow. Each step of the process is now covered and nothing will fall off the rails. If there is a weak link in the process, it is taken care of as soon as it is detected by the traffic lights in Flugzoo. The management team don't have to spend half their time to try and understand where the problems are during the project delivery. Well, we can now spend more time in fast forward to deliver the project. This is another example of the process around, let's say, bid analysis and recommendations. There are more steps and people involved, as you can see. On this one, we decided to add timers to alert management on delays at critical steps of the process. You will see at the top in the center, we added a timer at the approval step by the engineering manager. This guy is always super busy, as you know, and we want to make sure that this approval step is prioritized. Should there be a delay, the area manager or project manager would be alerted to take the necessary actions. In the same way, a timer was added at the bottom in the center for the client approval step. Clients also have competing priorities, and we wanted to make sure that any delays on this critical process are reported in real time. So we talked about exception reports. Here's an example. These reports are easily configurable and to give the management team the vital signs of the project in real time. The report setup also allows the system to send automatic email notifications with the exception report as an attachment to any user at any time intervals, whether it be daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, just as needed. In here, you are now inside the engine room of Flugzoo. You see the 20 project management processes. If you open any one of those, you will see the workflow, the form, and the settings. This is where your admin make changes when needed, and by the way, there is no need for IT or coding skills. The system is user-friendly and anyone can master the tool in a matter of hours. And this is in here at the top of the menu where the launching function of these processes is located, and this is where the users can start any process at any time. There could be 20, 30 process instances running at the same time or more depending on the size of the project. So when you launch a process, each task in the right sequence will appear on the task owner's desktop browser. The user opens it up and sees the form and the attached templates. The time left to execute this step is displayed at any time on the browser. When the time limit is reached, it shows up on the Flugzoo dashboard and exception reports. So once you open a task, you see the form with some instructions, the attachment, some documentation needed for the task. In here, you see 3 form extracts, side by side to give you an idea of the workings. Each of the 20 processes comes with its own documentation. There are guidelines on the project management content. There are tips and tricks to operate the process in Flugzoo, and also for your admin to make changes. And there are templates or forms on some key processes. Flugzoo dashboards allow the management team to access status charts and historical metrics. Real-time dashboards provide instant information on your project delivery. Looking up on the right side, you have the active process instances, and you can drill down into each process by user or role. You then get a status on all of the steps of the process, like seeing cars at the traffic lights. These dashboards can provide full transparency to your management team, of course, but also to your client when you form an integrated team. Of course, for hard money and lump sum contracts, you would not trigger this access, and you would keep the dashboard within your company management structure. In essence, within your company, you have your great people, you have your centralized systems, and of course, your own work processes. With Flugzoo, with the project management automation software, what we are offering is the glue that holds it together. Without that glue, the projects will continue to suffer from the lack of control of the team interactions and transaction, and you will not be able to match competitors investing in that technology, especially from 2021 going forward. Today and the future belongs to the business intelligence processes. So this is what the automated processes will do for you. Take your company to the top of your industry. At the end of the day, with this tool, we create simplicity and trackability, and we fast track a process that would otherwise take many days or even weeks to complete. So we automated people's interaction so that process takes a fraction of the time. How do we help you to take you to the top of your industry? Well, in summary, based on what we have presented, here are the main features of the product. Increased accountability through monitoring of each link of the chain. You have the dashboards in real time, so you are proactive, bringing along a consistent, reliable, and efficient operation. Flugzoo is a powerful tool for remote work with the use of the web browsers. Your historical dashboards will provide you with the ability to do continuous improvements of your operation that will support a timely delivery, which will enhance your reputation on projects and along will give you return business and new clients, and at the end of the day, maximize your company's bottom line. Here is the way forward. Contact us to learn more about the product. It is available for you right now. We are ready to transfer this software package to your company domain. Our contact links are in the YouTube comment section or the LinkedIn post message. Thank you for your time and hoping to see you soon. Cheers.